Welcome back! Who would have thought we would come back to this game? So, we're gonna do this new game plus and see how life is. As we can see in the menu, it's still kind of rough. We're looking kind of bad. It's not looking nice. But, let's view endings, right? Coming home to roost. Drown in the bottomless pit of self-doubt. So this is what you get if you complete the story for the first time. And then there's pills. That's crazy. Addiction? That's bad. Okay. Condition, do not take red pills. Do not take red pills. This one's the one I'm interested in. Listen to all UFO broadcasts. Okay, we'll try to see if we could do this one while we don't take any pills, right? So we're gonna start New Game Plus. I don't know if this game is going to be one of those where you could actually see differences in cutscenes. That'd be really freaking cool. But when we beat this game, we started off on easy, right? And then we got bullied into doing it in hard, and then we completed it in hard. So what we're going to do is try to do it in the biggest difficulty we can. And since we're really good at combat now, it won't be a problem. So do I just do a load into a New Game Plus? So last time we did hard, right? So we're gonna do Lost in the Fog. Man, that puzzle box is gonna kick my ass. Okay, we'll do Lost in the Fog on both. We'll just see what happens, right? Yeah, we'll just see what happens. So we finished it with the Sailor Moon looking outfit, right? So we're gonna do it with a traditional one this time. To differentiate the different runs, right? That's different.
Hey, did you know that when a girl grows up, she has to get married? It's her job.
It's not a job. Don't you want to get married, Hinako?
I don't know. Maybe not. It doesn't sound fun when Daddy talks about it.
Kind of like homework, huh?
If he tells me I have to, then I don't wanna.
Thanks
Approach.
for waiting. Junko. Did something happen?
Just reminiscing a little
A lot had happened.
about, when we were kids. You always looked out for me.
I remember that first cutscene. Oh, we still can't see your face.
Hinako.
She's trying to connect with you. Don't fight this.
Here, this is for you.
My first impression was that I thought she was gonna haunt us
Beautiful.
with that bell.
Thank you.
And we're gonna hear that bell for haunting us. Oh. You see how the camera effect is like a wide shot, like far away? Trying to like show you distance? That, yeah, even though people are approaching her, but she's still pushing people away. Inciting conflict, right? Because we saw the first ending, and first ending was more like, hey, you weren't accepting that you did some stuff, or stuff has happened. I don't know. Hopefully we get more answers. But now, her sister is not saying like, hey, freaking deal with it with a smile. She's actually approaching her, hugging her and holding her, embracing, but she's still distant. So we're gonna play this out like it's our fault, in a sense, that we're pushing people away, being avoidant. I wonder if she's still gonna be people pleasing. What other changes do you have in store? Okay, the school, the town. I go pray and save. Whoa!
It's settled. We will decide everything from here on out.
But dear, what about how Hinako feels?
We're never gonna get another chance like this. What could possibly make Hinako happier? Nothing.
That is different. 100% different, right?
Where do you think you're going? We're not done here, young lady.
But still, who would have guessed that Hinako would?
She's going to do as she's told for once and help me pay off this debt. We won't have to worry about money ever again.
Darling, please, keep it down. Hinako will hear you.
Huh.
There's
Okay.
no way. Never.
That is different. That is very, very different. Different taste in my mouth. Because I don't remember the first cutscene that well, which bet on me. I should have seen it. But I did remember that mom and dad were fighting. And I felt bad for her leaving mom alone. My journal, right? Wait, do I have everything? Okay, everybody looks the same now. Everybody looks normal. Not crazy drawings. What? You still do that to your sister? And she knows about Fox Mask. Wow. Okay, so what's new from mom then? A woman's happiness begins with marriage. She told me that every opportunity she got, and I'm supposed to believe that she actually is happy with the life she has now in this house? Today my dad threw a knife. It got stuck. There are chips and dinks all over the house. Every last one is from when he threw something. This is what happiness is to my mother? Seeing her house in such a sorry state, full of scars? Huh. Yeah, that is a different vibe. But his is still the same vibe, though. He's still in debt. Okay. I've never heard that Dad used to be a fisherman when he was younger and would go on long fishing trips away at sea. He managed to save up enough money doing that to open up a restaurant, a place where he could put his skills with that knife to use. It didn't work out. Though, not only did he lose all his savings, he took on new debts too. Now he spends his days drinking his life away in the sleepy little town that's a long way from the sea. He never tries to cook anything anymore. It's only when he complains about mom's food that he pretends to be some kind of important chef. I used to think it was just my dad who was like this. But after listening to all the married women around here complain, every man just seems as bad. All their husbands are just as short tempered, just as violent, just as useless, and do as little to help out their wives. After learning this, every grumpy looking old man in town I see reminds me of him. Dang. When I think that I was born and raised just to support those horrible tyrants, I lose all hope. If everything works out, they're going to give my father a lot of money. I'm sure he's desperate to use it to pay back his debts. My father is selling me to pay back his debt. What? What do you mean selling you? I don't like that. I don't. That's no good. Oh, okay. I don't. I don't think this story got better. uh, my journal just got updated. Oh, what? I know about the past? That's interesting. Okay. An intimidating monster that appeared a traditional white wedding kimono. It used their grand fox arm to compel others to obey. It looks down on me and denies my existence. But at this time, it pities me like it thinks it's better than me or something. Don't look down on me. You're no better. Interesting. Oh wait, there's more? That monster that my father turned into. It acts the same way he did when he let his anger get the best of him. It was only the curse of fatherhood that made my dad appear human. This form is his true form. Must have been hidden underneath all along. Yeah. When she was like, it was interesting when we saw this cutscene, right? It looked like he was being celebrated. So I guess this is when he opened the restaurant per se, and then everybody was kind of cheering him on in that regard or whatnot. But I remember her in her diary before we even saw that cutscene, and she's like, "I don't care if this even was like your best day. I hope you die," kind of a thing. Dang. The monster that my mom turned it into. I'm not even sure she realized what happened to her. Always being humiliated and abused. Her twisted ideal of happiness. There is no way that she was a human to begin with. Kind of cruel. Okay, so that's where she met that little boy, right? Because there was that letter, and that boy moved away. So is it? Yeah. I feel like all my memories of fun times and hard times took place here. Playing house with girls, playing dodgeball with boys. But kids will tell you that it's weird for girls to play with boys. They told me they wouldn't let me play because I hung out with boys. Okay? I remember that moment of rejection and denial crystal clear in my head. Why do Shona kids try so hard to keep boys and girls so clearly separated? Is it truly such an awful thing to be a part of both groups? Alright, well, I guess that's the only thing that's new, is more context. I wanted to hold off on like reviewing the game because I feel like it's unfair me saying what I want to say with me not being able to experience the whole story just yet. And I'm very happy I waited because it seems like the story has more to tell. Oh, look at that! April 21st, Shona 20, 1945, Evening Edition. Fancy. The Osen geyser that suddenly started spewing water finally came to a early stop this morning. The geyser reached a height of at least 30 meters, but the ceaseless noise and pungent hydrant sulfide gas have left residents troubled. 3 individuals have been hospitalized with complaints of skin sores and others maladies they claim were caused by the gas. So the town is suffering right now. And I think that would be fair to say, my expectations on things. What I expected from this game was, or I guess my initial thoughts of Silent Hill is psychological, so I knew it was going to be very personal. I never thought that it was going to be a sense of abuse, but then again, it's a psychological horror, so what do you expect? But jumping in on it, seeing the first bit, I thought that it was going to be a lot about loneliness and isolation, and seeing how the sister, like in the first cutscene, sing her bell, I thought that was going to play a huge role, seeing like something that happened between her and her sister, and seeing the humanity trying to have her reach her sister, maybe a forgiveness or something that happened. I thought something happened to the sister and she was just grieving, not accepting it. And so I thought it was going to be a rehash of a similar story. But I was very, very wrong. And I'm very happy that I was wrong. For sure. Whoa, is that another... What the heck? Whoa. Fox wedding is a common expression used for times when it rains while the sun is still shining. However, they also use this expression for when a young girl was spirited away. A little bit on the nose, innit? Folklore pertaining to gods and spirits become inflated with human woman is not something unique to Japan and can be found across the world. Ishigawa is no exception to this. Even here, there is old tales of young girls being taken away to a fox wedding and disappearing forever. During those periods, the town's elders would apparently reassure the families of missing daughters that they have been swept away by a fox lord and are now enjoying a life of luxury without care. Way to change the vibe of the game.
The fox gods enshrined all over the place.
Whoa. Interesting. When they fall in love with a woman they find desirable at first sight, they spirit her away to be her bride. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get a lot more background on the mindset of a fox. And right now they're trying to tell you that they freaking slide. They miss to steal your girl. Oh. Okay. Whoa. Drinking at this time of day? A woman is only complete when she's loved. Featuring the last fashion of young woman so pure, they even make flowers blush. I don't like it. Don't like it. But that's the beauty about this game, is how unsettling it is. And the reason why I say that is like I'm You heard that? Or was it just me? It was a laugh. Yeah, it was a laugh. That's a laugh. It's kind of wild. Whoa, this was close back then. Oh, I'm sneaking in. Ooh, I get to rob you blind while I'm here. I need a key. Oh. What's that? Research journal photo? A photo attached to a research journal. It appears to be a clue collected by a research investigating the folklore of Ishikawa. Whoa, regarding the legend of the sacred sword. Da-na-na-na. Even as it remains buried underneath the ground, so the people erected a sacred barrier around it, using Jitsu statues as archers. If one wished to find the sword, they should start by looking for those Jitsu statues first. Huh. It appears that the barrier works by creating a spiritual harmony that exhibits the sword's animosity. Huh. There should be 5 of these statues. Wow. Are 5 such statues located in this town? I expected tracking them down will prove a tremendous task.
Maybe the Ojizo-sama in town? I'll take a look.
Ojizo-sama? Whoa. This is dope. Sacred sword. Ba-na-na-na. Yes, I read this part. It being a historical breakthrough if we find this sword. Well. Ooh, she likes those. Anybody up here? We're gonna encounter monsters already this early? Man, I gotta find so many freaking keys. Oh, thanks. This is like a little girl's place? He always told me playhouse like... What? Playhouse like a good girl should. What? Balcony key? Isn't that cute? Of course. This is from Sakuko. But it's too cute for me. This is Sakuko's place? Father isn't fond of seeing those around. Okay, maybe I'm confused. Does she have her own place that she just chills at? Her own house? No? Can't go through here? What's the balcony key for? Is it free? Oh. I see. Okay. Noise. Wow. Bamboozled. Okay, nothing's in there. Oh man, you're making this tense. What's in here? What do you hide? Where's your stuff? Okay. Packing tips? A book by well-known experts on how to pack large amounts of supplies. Increase inventory capacity? What? Who would have thought reading a book? 2 more spaces. Okay. Sounded a little different. What? A boy's diary. I'm gonna be a treasure hunter. I'll make sure of it. And then I'm going to become a billionaire by finding treasure all around the world. And not just hunting treasure. A real treasure hunter sometimes takes down big scary beasts and bad guys. And don't forget that they have to learn how to escape dangerous traps too. I was playing fighting with the girl who lives next door when Mom got mad at me. She said, "What if you left a scar on her face? Then no one will marry her." I think that girl should be a really good treasure hunter though. She always finds the hidden treasure when we play treasure hide and seek. I want to be a treasure hunter with her someday. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Unclear what it opens. Let's see. I can try it. Oh. I see that you're giving me breadcrumbs. Okay. Yeah, and this slow burn it's pretty good. I feel tense. Whoa, that wasn't there before. How you doing? What the heck is going on? Okay, I'm freaking myself out. Okay, let's open the first box. What's in it? You're really good at this. Not any bozo could find this one. Too bad this isn't the treasure. But points for trying. You were so close. Oh, I got chocolate. I got a chocolate. Okay. But you freaking me out. I know that there's this one. Kaboom! It got blown into smithereens by my doo-doo bomb and die. Anyone with half a brain would know that this would be a trap. What kind of trap are we talking? She doesn't seem amused. Okay. Well, I guess we go back here and see what is what. Okay, off-centered though. It would be fine. It would be fine. Okay, let me see. Is there more treasure boxes? Rare. If anybody's saying something, let me see. Do you think Silent Hill is about guilt or denial? That's a good one. Guilt or denial? Well, technically, when you go through, honestly, I think Silent Hill kind of talks about a little bit about grief. Reason being is because when you grieve, she's grieving her friends, she's grieving her life that she can't have anymore. And I think that's where Silent Hill kind of plays a kind of like a wool over your head kind of a thing, where it's trying to pose it as one thing, but it's not. Because part of denial is guilt. And I think she was kind of going through those stages, as you kind of saw. Ooh, another puzzle box. Yeah. You just got stabbed by my doo-doo spear and died. Wow, this kid he has a thing for doo-doo. Anyone looking around here for treasure is no more than a fodder of my traps. The sassy kid. Oh, but I got candies. Yeah, so but yeah, I think it's definitely about the now, but since this New Game Plus has a new vibe to it, I don't know if it changes it up, but I did see a rejection of herself, like bargaining, all that stuff. You see it at the game for sure. and I love what they did with it. But yeah. Any enemies would make you quit if it chased you nonstop? Which one would make... Oh dang, what's that? Faded bride doll? An old doll in the shape of a bride made from clay. It seems to have been forgotten for a long time. That is harsh. Are you trying to... I think I'm just thinking too hard about things, but I like it though. It was found, so it wasn't forgotten. This the treasure? Did I beat your game, little kid? Okay, I guess I did. Boom. Beaten. That was really tense. That was really good. This kind of goes with cool conversation I think would be awesome to have is a scary game scary when you experience it, like how you're experiencing it now with me? Or is it scary if you actually put yourself in the position of playing the game? But yeah, any monsters that would make you quit if they chase you nonstop? Well, let's say if it was like Resident Evil 2 and I had someone chase me nonstop, which monster would be interesting to chase me nonstop? Would be the main, like that monster, the bride one? That would be pretty wild. Oh, what's that? A research note? Text next to Japan, curious medicine that would supposedly allow one to speak with divine spirit. However, in order to have contact with the gods, one must liberate one's soul. However, upon doing so, the individual will fall into a temporary state of unconsciousness, temporarily leaving them vulnerable to male violet spirits. Cool beans. Did you play only this game, or are you going to play others as well? Yeah, so I just wanted to do this game, kind of finish it off in the sense of like, hey, let's get closure by doing the other levels. I was going to be really sad if it was just the same cutscene, same everything, just with a different ending. But this was freaking huge surprise. New cutscene, new things to see. This game is designed for you to go back and play again.
Where's everyone?
So it's banking
What about Chizuruya?
hard on
Maybe
you.
I'll find someone there.
They gone. Someone requested me to play Little Nightmares. So that's one that's on the books that they want me to do. I have yet to play the second Silent Hill 2. Oh, what's that? Starting around May, Isagawa began seeing a high number of small earthquakes. Residents remain on edge, fearful that those may be early warning signs of larger earthquakes yet to come. So there's rumors. Division urges residents to treat such rumors as superstition instead of prepare for any potential dangers ahead. Okay, so the town is just chaotic. Whoa, you heard that sound? Updated journal. What did journal say? I found a damaged Jitsu statue in the mountains. What happened if I offer something that relates to that character? That's what happened to her doll. She offered it. While we're on the topic of offering, I remember that I offered my old doll once. My ears were met with a soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do. Huh. It makes you play this game again, to appreciate little nuances like that. So that means that doll that was displayed through and through this game is a part of that entity, right? Something that's talking to her. Maybe a higher power, ancestral stuff, maybe a voice of reason, a guidance. It's interesting. Let me double check one last thing. While I kind of finish up my thoughts. As the game stands, if you play it the first playthrough, and that's all the story you get, if I were to talk about just that, how it stands, first ending, it does leave you thinking about more. It doesn't give you too much or too little. I think it's perfect enough for you to speculate and let it sit. However, as the story sits, I yeah, I would give it a high rating because at the end of the day, it made me feel a lot. It was very honest in how it expressed itself, and by that I mean how it was true to form that everything that they showed you had weight to it. It wasn't just because. They didn't just show you it without it having some significance to her character. And because of that, everything that it shows you, you want to look into it pretty deeply. I appreciated that. The puzzles, that's a preference thing, of course. You saw me with my disliking to puzzles, right? Even the puzzles itself had story. It rewarded me to figure the puzzles out, and it gave me even a motivation to see what these puzzles, like, to see the answers of these puzzles. Ain't that fancy? But I love your questions though, that's really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Am I still missing? No? Nothing's in there? Oh.
Excuse me? Is anyone there?
Is it just me or is her voice a little bit more mature? Like it's not as childlike. It's more like... I still don't know how she couldn't smell that. I see the insinuations. So at the
Better find another way.
end of the game, she was known to be a bird, and she just stepped on the bird. Fun. Very fun. Is it still one of those where... Okay.
I remember there was a shortcut up ahead.
Yes, where we heard that this place is cursed. It is cursed. Are they gonna say something different? It is cursed. Am I gonna be called a traitor after this? Or something else?
I do quite envy her, though. I can't believe it was her. I have to say, I'm rather jealous. Why her of all people? Shh! Someone is going to hear you.
It was different. Okay. Yeah, different vibe. It's like I'm playing a different version of the game. Huh. I do like the changes that are so subtle, but these changes, even though they're so, like, insignificant to some, it changes the context. See, because that right there shows that, hey, you should be happy about your circumstances, even though it's against your will. It's unsettling. What else are you gonna throw at me, game? Am I not a traitor anymore?
You
Okay, still a
traitor.
traitor.
Sakuko.
Where are you off to? Don't usually see you around here.
A truck was blocking the
Since
road.
we kind of seen this already, we're gonna... Wait, this cutscene contains... Oh, okay. See, this scene contains content you haven't seen yet, which you like to skip anyways. So it blatantly tells you, hey, hint, hint, there is more to this than last time.
Chizuruya?
I just want to talk to someone.
I'll be there in a bit, okay?
See you.
You traitor.
Oh, that one is... That's a different flavor. So for me, I went crazy thoughts, right? When my first time seeing that cutscene, I thought she did something to, like, kill her friends or something, or like there's this accident that occurred. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. What's that? Is that something? No, that's just a rock. Rock lobster. Oh. Oh, this is a person that was missing. Last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, neckerchief with black polka dots. Wow. Dress has been torn.
It's torn.
But that's why I feel silly. If I piece together the story of like, hey, this is what my thoughts are, it's wrong already. And this confirms it. Hey, this is a different story. Even though it's the same story. But it's different. The same, but different. Oh, there's Shu.
It's Shu.
Are they still gonna be like 30? Tension?
Hey, partner.
Shu.
Maybe. Just a little bit. Awkwardness. Yep. That was the same. Interesting. Anything new on that? Nope. Same bass breaks. Same stuff was on the floor at the same spots. You jump through the same fence. No, I'm joking. That'd be annoying if I do that throughout the whole thing, right? And then we wait.
Hey, no, don't give up.
That hurt.
Okay. No taking pills.
I think I got this from Shu.
What did we get from Shu? Hey, partner. Those painkillers should work best for you. Yeah, but we ain't gonna do that.
It's just like my partner said.
It's gonna be different. Finish. Still pipe? Whoa, we got still pipe right away?
What is this place? I need to get back to Sakako.
Interesting. Okay, so that means I want to know how this new cutscene's gonna play out then. Yeah, but if I were to take a crack at the red pill. But if I were to take a crack at the story so far, I would say that like the first story that it's trying to tell me, my impression of it is that she had two conflicting things that she was fighting, and I think that's going to be consistent throughout. The expectations that people have, because that was like the common theme that I saw her and all her friends have.
Who's there? Is that you, Shu?
The expectations of people like defining who she should be versus the notions of like who she wants to be. And then the last thing is that validation. So I think the underlying thing of this whole game was identity.
Shu! Rinko!
But from that umbrella of identity, yeah, you get everything. Like modernism, like you got all these things, but it ended up her having like an existential crisis. That got me. Whoa! No cutscene, just why do you do this? Why you do this, huh? Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. Stun lock.
Is it dead?
Heck yeah, it is. So, but yeah, so under the umbrella of identity, like, you got to see all her influences that happened to her, right? Part of that was like her friends, the influence and how that changed her identity in the sense where she didn't feel alone. How the partner that she had, which was Shu, grounded her through a lot of it. So, But her anchor was her sister. And what's sad is that since her face was cut off right from the shot, I felt like that was just it didn't humanize her. It was more of a position. It's like, hey, you were the person that had my back, and that's who you are to me, is that person who had my back. But as soon as you didn't have my back anymore, you don't mean nothing to me. And that's the part I'm like, I don't like that. Because to her, in her head, it's also the same thing. Like, hey, you're only worth it to me if you do something for me.
Bundlegoa Bridge has collapsed. I repeat, Bundlegoa Bridge has been attacked by an object of unknown origin and has collapsed. The eastern route of Abu is no longer available. I repeat.
Cool beans. Yeah. But that's in a nutshell, that's what I thought about the first version of this story with the ending, is that her identity was just broken and shattered. Because she wasn't happy with the attention that she got, because I don't think she realized how much she was sacrificing. Oh, that's a first. Face came off. And that's what sucks, is that spur of a moment stuff, like thinking and such. I think for her, if she were to describe the situation, she would say that, oh, it wasn't my intention for it to go this far. One thing led to another, and this just happened. And now that she came back to, like, wanting to go back to her previous life, she couldn't, because things changed. And I think that's one thing that she just didn't like, was change. For me, I feel like that's those themes are going to be a constant throughout. But how, I feel like that's the nuance. That's going to be the fun. It's like, oh, dang. The change is forced. It wasn't her choice. Oh. When the first one was her choice. See, it forces you to take things slow. It rewards you. To be unlike Hinako. Be careful. See, look how awesome I'm doing it when I'm just taking my time. Though when I didn't, I was struggling hard. Salmon. Thanks. The bloody key. Yeah, but I think it would be fun to kind of break down each bit. But so far, so ooh, perfect dodge. Oh, shame. That was lucky. That was a good gamble. Man, but you got me. I was trying to do flawless, but I guess not. Alright, now we can take our time, because before, I think we ran, and then we jumped out immediately. But no, this time we're gonna... The backdoor key. Where is this back door? Is this the back door? I didn't open this door last time, so that's new. Ooh. Household tips for good wives and wise mothers. Wow. A collection of loving ways for mothers to create a perfect home. Interesting magazine. Is this the back door? Oh, backdoor key. This is the life of New Game Plus. Exploring things we have yet to. Whoa, I missed that. While using restorative item, you will not be interrupted by normal attacks.
Nice.
You beat me by a second. Guess I shouldn't fight every little thing. But speaking about fighting, right? I did find it kind of interesting that she was fighting her way through the town, fighting her way through like the temple place towards the end, like how she was just denying everything, and I also saw that there was like no accountability on both sides, and how her waking self, how she became her sleeping self. I feel like the whole thing was like a Ouroboros, where they're both speaking the same thing, where they just wanted to destroy everything. I thought that was kind of interesting. Because the other one was like, I don't care. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to destroy everybody. I just want to go back home.
This isn't good.
I just want things
I
to
really
be how
hope
they
she
are.
and Rinko are
And
alright.
she killed everybody. Everybody there. She just Thanos'd everybody. Just. Not faced with just anybody. They're faced with Hinako. Yeah. Come over here. You and your Matrix jump.
Is it dead?
Oh, heck yeah, it is. It's pride. It's spirit. It's soul. All of it. That was one thing I thought that was interesting, was the red capsules. I don't know if that was like a hint, nudge, nudge on addiction on the story. But I feel like that's just a way for her to cope, a way for her to distract herself, and escapism. And I think what sucked is that she tried to escape the situation, and she couldn't. Like, she was super avoidant to everything. Even when someone was trying to talk sense to her, she was like, no, you don't understand. You was wrong. I'm not wrong. You was wrong. So there goes that ego protecting. That pride. Yeah, I forgot. Something else. But yeah, I read a story about a comb. I guess it's like a folklore of a traveler who... The comb was supposed to remember his past. But both were painful. Remembering. It's safe down there.
What a weird box.
What was interesting? Okay, Diary of Revenge. Okay. One of Japan's most ancient history books, Colossus' eight-headed dragon, demanding the sacrifice of beautiful girls for it to devour. Upon hearing this, brought 8 barrels of sake to the dragon, and lured it to drink them. Once the dragon became intoxicated, he slew the dragon by chopping off the 8 heads. So is it like a hydra? Got it drunk and then hit his heads. Okay. According to Ishikawa's oldest historical records, after being decapitated, one of the heads flew far east and fell between the mountains. The head eventually came back to live as poisonous water dragon that plagued the lands for many years to come. Okay, Ishikawa. There are records of toxic gas leaks from the underground water streams in the past. It's highly possible that this is where the legend of the poison water dragon stemmed from. However, while the local records state that head flew there, there is no mention of this. And okay, I guess in the historical records, it's not hard to surmise that some shameless individual put a religious spin to Noxus leaks to churn a profit and falsify connections using famous literature to solidify their claims. Huh. Oh, what? Heck yeah.
It opened.
That's interesting, though. That I couldn't open boxes with curses. Oh, yeah, but I hope I get the chance to play all the Silent Hills. The cool thing about me, I guess, is that I do have the second one. And that is one that I am planning on playing. I also plan to play the original. I believe I have the original on the Xbox. Oh my god! I hate you. Even me doing it slow was no good, huh? I'm gonna counter. Ready? There you go. Stay stunned.
Shu, where are you?
What's up? Nice, let's take that. Sweet. No? Bamboozled me. Oh, another red capsule. Alright, we'll do it there. Fantastic. Take the bait. Go ahead and skip this because we've already seen it. Yeah, you guys just hit harder. That's the only difference. That means this time around I just have to upgrade my health and then get good. No, that's too far. Oh yes! Batter up. No more puns. Just got enough puns from last time. What? Okay. What haven't we seen on this one? Okay. That bit new?
Author of both flesh and blood.
It's new.
So that our clan may prosper.
Interesting.
Where am I?
I wonder if the puzzle changes.
What's this?
Respected by all and leader of the people, as wed to pine, plum loved by all, and always at the center of any group, was wed to bamboo. Okay, chrysanthemum, who had no mate, spend their days studying under Kasu, and became known as Sage of the East. Let prosperity of her clan be eternal. Wow. Okay. Is it one of... What? Okay. I see. So Lost in the Fog isn't gonna give me anything. It's actually gonna make it ridiculously hard. That's not gonna be awesome. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so Sage of the East. It's gonna be known as Sage of the East.
Bamboo here.
Bamboo, right?
No, I was right. Yeah.
Okay,